be alone again.
I want to say our deepest sympathies.
Anyone who takes offense at
The Catholic clergy, bishop, and the other priest in Dominica.
that there ought to be a time that we
I know the pain that you feel at this time.
can show just how much we love you. And I'm sure you would agree. What could fit more perfectly than to have a world party on the day you came to be? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I just never.
808. Let's take our first call this morning. Hello, Chuck. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sending birthday greetings to my niece, Kisha Sylvester in New York.
Okay.
And that's coming from my aunt Candia in Dominica. And I would like to shout out my sisters, Shermer, Lazar, Zona Joseph, Dagmar, Xavier, and my daughter Kelda, and all my nieces. I'm telling them have a nice day. I know it's very cold, but anyway, everyone, take care of yourself. Love. And Matt, take care of yourself. And thanks for doing a good job for Dominica.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day. Have a great day.
Bye.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Matthew.
Morning to you, morning.
I want to send my sympathy to all the Christian on the passing of Father Charles Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them how strong.
Okay.
Forgive, protect, and put all the trust in God and to the parishioners. You might have a blessed day.
Have a great day.
Take care of yourself. Bye.
Bye-bye.
into all of God's children. Should be a pretty bit. And the whole day should be spent in for remembrance of those who lived and died for the wonders of our people. So let us all begin. We know that nothing will.
810. Hello, talk to me. Morning.
People, a mother, benefit like to have to give a and Terry and everybody else. We have blessing and stay as good as you and enjoy the party with them. Thank you, madam.
I suspect your telephone seems to have a problem this morning.
We know the key, the unity of all people, is in the dream that you had so long ago, that lives in all of the hearts of people. Believe you.
If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break,
For Father Charles Martin,
if you're the kind
family and
who takes the time
parishioners,
to help a stranger in the rain,
and the clergy, the Catholic clergy,
is a place for people like you.
he fought a long battle of cancer.
If you stand up for those down on their knees,
but his Lord has called him home.
and lend a voice to those who cannot speak. If you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way. There's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. When your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve, and if you try to be the change you want to see.
Folks, good morning. How are you? I trust that you're well. Today my dad is celebrating his angel birthday, the perfect 6-6. And I just want to send birthday greetings to him. And a subtle reminder to prioritize and cherish the vital elements of his existence. These greetings, Matt, is coming from his daughter, Kimano, with all the love in the world. Thank you, Matt, and have a good day. Bye-bye.
There's a place for people like you. Streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. Believe when your days down here are through, yeah, there's a place out there for people like you. I know you're out there, so keep doing what you do. 'Cause there's a place up there for people like you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One more time here for Father
To help a stranger in the rain.
Father Charles Martin.
Is a place.
Yeah, from the very top. One more time.
Oh, yeah.
Florida with love. Good morning to you.
Oh, yeah. If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix.
I would like to extend birthday greetings or wishes to Miracle Baron of Dailies, wishing her a great day from grandma and family.
Time to help a stranger in the rain.
Good morning on the telephone.
Yes, Matt, and not forgetting his stepmother from Bobia.
Okay, thank you.
I want to tell her to greetings to her. One strong woman.
And lend a voice to those who cannot speak. If you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way. There's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. Believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve, and if you try change you wanna see. If you lay down your life for love so someone could be saved, there's a place for people like you. I've heard and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. When your days down here are through, it's a place for people like you. Streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. Believe when your days down here are through, yeah, there's a place out there for people like you. I know you're out there, so keep doing what you do. 'Cause there's a place up there for people like you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Out of many one people we are.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, here's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Bloombox brings you our new branch right in the heart of Roseau to make things even easier for you to get all the best products we have in stock. Bloombox Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane, next to Richard Wholesale, the same block as Western Union. Bloombox Roseau, a farmer's favorite place. New location, same great products for all your planting needs. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 235-3483. Bloombox, your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
Okay, Max, if I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to make this happen. Seriously, I can get all of this for free if I sign up for Flow.
With Christmasing with thousands of gifts, even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
Want to stay ahead in the world of electronic communications? Then you've got to check out Ectel Bytes, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority. We dive into the hottest topics affecting the telecom sector, from the latest innovations to the policies shaping your digital future. Tune in to Ectel Bytes on the first 3 Thursdays of this month, December 5th, 12th, and 19th. In the digital world, knowledge is your greatest asset.
From December 2nd, 2024 to January 6th, 2025, every time you play $5 on Daily 3 and $5 on Multi-X, you'll get a chance to win cash instantly. Look out for your winning coupon that could read "You've won cash" or "Try your luck again." And that's not all. We're giving away 4 grand prizes of $20,000, $10,000, and $5,000. Yes, 4 lucky players will win $40,000 in cash, plus over 300 instant winners. Play, win, and celebrate big this Christmas season with the Dominican National Lottery's Christmas Extravaganza promotion. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to play.
Blue Box brings you our new branch right in the heart of Roseau to make things even easier for you to get all the best products we have in stock. Blue Box Roseau, on the corner of Hanover Street and Dewey Lane, next to Richard Wholesale, the same block as Western Union. Blue Box Roseau, a farmer's favorite place. New location, same great products for all.
Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, here's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, Max, if I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to make this happen. Seriously, I can get all of this for free if I sign up for Flow.
With Christmasing with thousands of gifts, even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
Want to stay ahead in the world of electronic communications? Then you've got to check out Ectel Bytes, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority. We dive into the hottest topics affecting the telecom sector, from the latest innovations to the policies shaping your digital future. Tune in to Ectel Bytes on the first 3 Thursdays of this month, December 5th, 12th, and 19th. In the digital world, knowledge is your greatest asset.
From December 2nd, 2024 to January 6th, 2025, every time you play $5 on Daily 3 and $5 on Multi-X, you'll get a chance to win cash instantly. Look out for your winning coupon that could read "You've won cash" or "Try your luck again." And that's not all. We're giving away 4 grand prizes of $20,000, $10,000, and $5,000. Yes, 4 lucky players will win $40,000 in cash, plus over 300 instant winners. Play, win, and celebrate big this Christmas season with the Dominican National Lottery's Christmas Extravaganza promotion. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to play.
Bloombox brings you our new branch right in the heart of Roseau to make things even easier for you to get all the best products we have in stock. Bloombox Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane, next to Richard Wholesale, the same block as Western Union. Bloombox Roseau, a farmer's favorite place. New location, same great products for all your planting needs. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 235-3483. Bloombox, your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
How, bang a bottle. Not sure what gift to give? How about a GBA gift certificate? Our gift certificates are tailored to your budget. Located at 106C Independence Street, Roseau, just after the EC Low Black Bridge. Call us at 275-8788. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Wines and spirits are our specialty with top brands to choose from.
Diplomatico, Brody, Chairman's Reserve, Vino Maple, Bounty, to name a few.
So make your gift giving easy with a GBA gift certificate. Season's greetings from all of us at GBA Enterprises.
Want to stay ahead in the world of electronic communications? Then you've got to check out Ectel Bytes, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority. We dive into the hottest topics affecting the telecom sector, from the latest innovations to the policies shaping your digital future. Tune in to Ectel Bytes on the first 3 Thursdays of this month, December 5th, 12th, and 19th. In the digital world, knowledge is your greatest asset.
If you know your favorite store, dial it now. 612-1253. That's Mega. You can rely on Mega for some real deals on name brand clothing and electronics. High quality, low price. We are a wholesale and retail store located in Calabishi, right on the main road. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram as Mega Deals Dominica. Like our page. Check out our stuff. Call us. Visit us. Would appreciate that. Come try it on. Love it. Buy it. At Mega Deals. Your one and only online and brick and mortar store. Mega Deals is also on wheels. We make it convenient for your shopping. We deliver straight to your door. Email us at info@megadealsda.com. Rely on Mega Deals for some real deals.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
There's so many issues to talk about, so little time. But of course, we received a memo yesterday dated December 2, 2024, Subject: New Chief Executive Officer for DASPA. And this is to formally inform you that as of today, Monday, as yesterday, December 2, let's continue here, that Mr. Ian Pinard has assumed the position for Chief Executive Officer of the Dominican Air and Seaports Authority DASPA. Let us all extend a warm welcome to Mr. Pinard as he takes on the role of leading DASPA toward achieving our shared goals and continued success. Signed by Sophia Albert Charles, the Human Resource Manager. So the port, DASPA, now has a new Chief Executive Officer. I just wanted to announce this. Everybody's calling me about it. We'll talk about that later. I heard Pastor Rodney speaking last night as to whether the young man is qualified for the job. It appears also this morning that our security minister is very upset, if you will, with a statement free the Dominican Bar Association, and is calling for the statement to be retracted. You remember when he made statements about the bail maybe sometime last week? Well, Mr. Blackmore is not too pleased. The DBA, Dominican Bar Association, is attacking him and that statement. So let's listen to Mr. Blackmore again this morning as we continue here on Q95, the hot seat. Mr. Blackmore seemed a little perturbed, if you will, that the Bar Association is not too pleased with the statement as it relates to the bail. But again, let's listen to Mr. Blackmore this morning, his latest rant, this one.
I'm indeed deeply saddened by the recent statement purporting to be coming from the membership of the Bar Association of the Commonwealth of Dominica in respect of comments made by me regarding the order of the High Court granting bail to murder accused Jonathan Lure. I have always held the Bar Association of Dominica in the highest regard. I know that several of its members are distinguished attorneys at law, both in Dominica and internationally. However, I believe firstly that one needs to beg the question, why such a statement is being made counteracting my statement made in respect to the bail order of the High Court concerning the accusing question, and which I must add, as Minister for National Security and Legal Affairs of Dominica, it is my duty to inform the public on matters of public interest. At the early stages of the prosecution of this matter, I addressed the public through a press conference, as this case has sparked great concern in Dominica and also internationally. At this time, there was absolutely no statement made by the Bar Association of Dominica. My recent statement, however, seemed to have attracted concern. In my statement, I did not in any way commit the act of interference in judicial independence. I in no way made statements attacking His Lordship. I also did not advocate for and direct in any way that a particular ruling be made. My comments were also made after the order of the bail was granted, and I remained silent during periods of litigation of the matter both at the first bill hearing in April and this one in the month of November. Coupled with this, the Bar Association ought to consider that judges can be subject to criticism, both by lawyers and public officials, as long as this criticism is one, respectful, two, measured, and free based on evidence. Also, case law also reveals that criticism of judges ought to be made without malice and does not disrupt the administration of justice. I must also emphasize that the court has a broader responsibility to society. The Bar Association, in its statement, has provided no basis in law showing how my statement has amounted to interference with judicial independence. I did absolutely nothing wrong. Another question now becomes apparent. Has this present statement been approved and ratified by a majority membership of the Bar Association? Clearly, it appears that this unsigned statement being circulated may not be that of the distinguished Bar Association that I know to be existing in Dominica, and may be one-sided and seemingly partisan. The Dominica Bar Association, after critiquing my comments, have also appealed to all public officials to uphold the integrity of the legal system by refraining from statements that may be perceived as an attempt to influence or challenge judicial independence. I wish to say that this baseless statement is imputing improper motive on me. I hope, therefore, that the statement of the Bar Association is retracted immediately and consideration be given to the fact that the relationship between Parliament, the judiciary, and the public, it is to protect the interests of all people of a nation. I urge the Bar Association of the Commonwealth of Dominica to uphold the rule of law and to be guided that it is in the interests of justice that it retract the statement.
In a statement sent to the media from the Dominica Bar Association on December 2nd, 2024, reads, the Dominica Bar Association reaffirms its commitment to the principles of judicial independence and the rule of law. The DBA exclaims that recent remarks by the Minister of National Security and Legal Affairs regarding the court's approach to the granting of bail to Mr. Jonathan Lehrer is concerning and unfortunate. The minister's remarks conveyed the impression that the court may have not taken the matter with the utmost seriousness or considered the relevant provisions of the Bail Act or other relevant law. While it is not our role to determine or relay to the public whether the court was right or wrong in its final determination, it must be stated that in this case, specific references to the Bail Act and several cases precedents were made by the judge throughout his 24-page judgment, which is publicly available on the website of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court. The judiciary's role is not to appease public sentiment, which is to be differentiated from public interest as defined in the law, but to impartially interpret and apply the law. The DBA calls upon all public officials to uphold the integrity of the legal system by refraining from statements that may be perceived as an attempt to influence or challenge judicial independence. This is essential to maintaining a just and democratic society.
All right, Dominica. It appears that Mr. Blackmore simply don't like criticism. But I'll tell you, based on a story that I've been reading there from an international paper, Mr. Blackmore, That paper says something rotten in Dominica. The judge rules that the police mishandled a case and lied to the courts. Mr. Blackmore, we'll come back with this one. We'll tell you the story. So you might just have to respond to the courts or the paper. Canada, I suspect you don't like criticism, so let's see what happens at the top of the hour. We have a stop coming up for about 15 minutes. Stick around, Dominica. Stick around.
From December 2nd, 2024 to January 6th, 2025, every time you play $5 on Daily 3 and $5 on Multi-X, you'll get a chance to win cash instantly. Look out for your winning coupon that could read "You've won cash" or try your luck again. And that's not all. We're giving away 4 grand prizes of $20,000, $10,000, and 2 $5,000. Yes, 4 lucky players will win $40,000 in cash, plus over 300 instant winners. Play, win, and celebrate big this Christmas season with the Dominican National Lottery's Christmas Extravaganza promotion. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to play.
Blue Box brings you our new branch right in the heart of Roseau to make things even easier for you to get all the best products we have in stock. Blue Box Roseau, on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane, next to Richard Wholesale, the same block as Western Union. Blue Box Roseau, a farmer's favorite place. New location, same great products for all your planting needs. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 235-3483. Bloom Box, your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
How, bang a bottle. Not sure what gift to give? How about a GBA gift certificate? Our gift certificates are tailored to your budget. Located at 106C Independence Street, Roseau, just after the EC Low Black Bridge. Call us at 275-8788. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Wines and spirits are our specialty, with top brands to choose from.
Diplomatico, Brody, Gemens Reserve, Vino Maple, Bounty, to name a few.
So make your gift giving easy with a GBA gift certificate. Season's greetings from all of us at GBA Enterprises.
Want to stay ahead in the world of electronic communications? Then you've got to check out Ectel Bytes, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority. We dive into the hottest topics affecting the telecom sector, from the latest innovations to the policies shaping your digital future. Tune in to Ectel Bytes on the first 3 Thursdays of this month, December 5th, 12th, and 19th. In the digital world, knowledge is your greatest asset.
The Gospel Music Event of the Year is here. The NIPP Gospel Song Contest Season 3 Grand Finale. 11 dynamic participants: Renick Toussaint, Kervel Xavier Matthew, Shadrach Abona, Eversley Collier, Elijah Roll, Nikisha Yearwood Change, Makana Charles, Leon Royer, Evelyn Latham, Joy, Edward Julian, and Hendrik Sherdell, along with uplifting guest performances to include last year's winner, Niall Girl, Jake Crow, Julian Revere, and Jerry Lloyd. It's all happening December 7, 2024, 8 p.m. at the old Coca-Cola Factory, Valley Road, Roseau. Tickets $40 and $125 VIP. Sold at Robinson's Bakery and Robinson's Grocery Store. Come, lift up the Lord and support gospel music ministry in Dominica.
All right, Dominica, we're here just for the stop here. Of course, we have a few guests in studios. Let me allow them to introduce themselves. My first guest is no stranger to Q95. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing this morning? How are you, sir? Tell me.
I like the way that you address me, man. I'm no stranger, and certainly I'm part of the family of the Q95. Myself and the owner, the proprietor of Q95, we go a long way. I won't say it on the radio, but we go a long, long way.
You wouldn't say how you got you went a long way, or
I could just say that I got to know Mr. Sheridan Gerger through his father.
Okay, all right. Well,
yes.
So you really went a long way.
Long way through his dad, and the rest is history. But I'm happy to be on the most popular show in Dominica.
Thank you.
Whether you like it or not, that is the truth. Matt in the morning.
Facts are stubborn things.
Some people don't like to accept facts, but you got to live with it. The earlier you accept it, is the healthier you'll be.
Okay.
So let me say good morning to your listeners, Matt, those near and far and all over the region and internationally. We are here, the National Institute for Praise Production. I have my colleagues here with me. They are the participants of the biggest gospel event to ever take place in Dominica. And I can tell you, that is the only exciting event for the weekend. Come the 8th, Saturday the 7th, at where the old Coca-Cola factory used to be. Matt?
Yes, I know.
We start at 8 o'clock.
Next to the grammar school.
Next to the grammar school.
Yes.
We are all set up. Everything is building the momentum. We have our participants here. We have two of them. We have Mr. Renick Tuse. We have Mr. Charles, who is participating in this big final scheduled for Saturday night. Guys, talk to our listeners. Let them know what you have to offer. Let them know what they have to come to feast on come the Saturday evening at the Coca-Cola factory.
You can see he's very excited about this, huh?
Yes, blessed greetings to the island of Dominica.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Makana Charles, and I am one of the contestants on the NIPP show, carried 47th of
One
this
of the
month.
performers.
Yes, sir.
You say contestants like you have some swimsuit going on there. The contestants there. Okay.
Yes, sir. And I will be singing the song Blow the Trumpet. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the name of my song. So I want to encourage everybody to come and support the team, not just myself, but the entire NIPP, show.
Tell us about the NIPP. Tell us who's responsible. NIPP.
National Institute for Praise Production. It was born after Mr. Ken Robinson, one of the most prominent business proprietors in Dominica.
Okay.
He got converted. He is now a fully devout Christian. And in the process, in that journey, God laid upon his heart something he should do, because he has been in the production arena for a long time, Matt. You know that he's one of the producers of music for a long time. So he felt he could use that resource for God, and that's how NIPP was born. And so in putting NIPP together, we have a group of volunteers. We have Brother Jerry Lloyd, we have Brother Vital, you have myself, Mr. Ken Robinson, and Ken Robinson children.
Mm-hmm.
So our main reason for putting NIPP together, Matt, is to help diffuse and denounce the profanity in music.
Okay.
There is a rampant, profanity in our music. Even on the airwaves, we have to wonder if some of the music have to be censored, Matt. If you have to play a disclaimer, closed caption for children.
Okay.
When you play this kind of music.
You're talking about nasty music. That's
what
you want.
Nasty music.
Okay, thank you very much.
And that has dominated our island for much too long. So as custodians of the gospel, we felt rather than making noise about it and crying about it, we say the best way to go at it is to have a solution. And I believe that is the way Dominicans should approach the issues we have in this country. People keep talking about the issue. There are too many reporters, Matt, and not people. I mean, reporters are good, but we need persons to solve the problem. Okay. And that's what we are about, solving the issue. And that's why NIPP was born. Mr. Ken Robinson is there. We are here to diffuse. And we not only diffusing, we producing music that will diffuse the darkness. Because we know that once you sing songs of low morality, songs that attack the morals and the dignity, and Matthew, listen to them. Some of these songs, they attack the dignity of women to the lowest degree. I hear women, crying.
I want to agree with you.
Yes.
But the women agree with it.
The women agree.
So if the women didn't agree with it, it wouldn't be coming over. Frankly, I blame women for a lot of ills in the society because they agree with too much nonsense. If women didn't agree with all the nonsense, they would not. Men wouldn't be doing it. It's men doing it, But the
women are participating.
Yeah, yes. The women. The more you can degrade them, the better they feel. So I just want to point that out to women. If you do not accept it, it will not be done.
Well, Mr. Ken Robinson, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
I say you're quick to inject your point. They were making a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, but Matt, thank you for accepting us this morning.
Of course.
As Heston told you vehemently that NIPP was born out of the need for that sort of interjection.
Okay.
And I saw it screaming rampant loudly that we must do something. So we are going to be making music that will force you, Matt, to play that music on the radio.
I don't play
and you'll
it.
have no reason not to play it because there will be enough. I don't know you. I brought some music.
I've never heard any kind of music like nasty music on Q95. So
no, I'm not talking about what you're playing. I'm talking about what you'll be forced to play.
Well, no, not this deeply there. But anyway, well, you can continue.
So out of what is happening there this weekend, which is our final of this year's competition.
Okay.
I came in a little late, but just to recap a little bit, we've had the auditions, we had the eliminations, and now we have gone to the finals. We expect to have music now for the last 3 years that the radio stations can select from that music rather than playing foreign music, because one of the things that I thought about is that we had too much foreign music being played rather than playing Dominican music. We have now enough Dominican music, even for those 3 years there, to take up a morning's program or to be playing frequently throughout the day. So I want the listeners to call into your station and to tell you, I want that music, and I want that music, and I want that music, because Matt, you will forget. But if people keep calling you to tell you what music they want, you will have to play it, right?
Well, I have a very popular Saturday morning show, 2 hours of gospel. So I'm hoping you could share some of your songs with us, so we
that
can.
would be very good.
Yeah.
But I brought music here twice already, Matt, from the show from the last 2 years. 2024 music is already in your studio.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so you can look for that. I brought it in on a thumb drive.
Okay.
So it's here. It has been here for a month. Yes.
Well,
I'm surprised you don't know about it.
I don't know about
you see, that's the kind of thing we need to get you and other DJs, people who control the airwaves, to know. They are the ones that are going to help us to stem the tide of this wave of indecency that's happening in our country. And Matt, I wasn't born yesterday, so I know about before and I know about now. So what's happening now?
You can compare and contrast. Yeah.
Yes. What's happening now is totally not acceptable. Okay.
Acceptable to you, but to others,
it's not acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's what I mean when it's not acceptable. It should not be accepted in our society, because a decadent society will not grow anything good.
All right, thank you. I mean, we have other gospel artists here. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. My name is Renick Tusa. I want to say thanks for being here today to promote our gospel singing competition for this Saturday at the old factory, Coca-Cola factory. Gospel music, we live in a world where a lot of people are hopeless. A lot of people have given up.
Okay.
A lot of people feel weak and but what gospel brings is a message of hope, a message of truth, a message of enlightening people in what they have to do. Everything concerning life. The gospel is the answer for it. Christ is the answer for it. Jesus is the answer for it. And that's what gospel music brings along to people, a message of hope and strength and enlightenment. So that's what we're going to do today. We have all types of genres of music in that competition. We have 11 contestants, and it's a Dominica thing. And you're gonna get what looks like Dominica when you come to that gospel.
Will you share some of the songs that will be featured there on Saturday? Yes. I'm just saying, I mean, on Saturday coming, will you share some of those songs so people could hear what they're coming to listen to?
Yeah, I think he said that he brought the
All the songs that are going to be sung on Saturday night are new songs composed and how you call it? They're composed by Dominicans.
Yes.
And so they would not have been heard anywhere else. And Matt, let me tell you.
So you don't want to release it before it comes out?
We want to release something, Matt.
Okay.
It's here already. Those songs are here.
Well, somebody has to tell me about them. They haven't been told. Call my technician.
Yes, and ask them for the songs. They're already here.
Okay.
And they have names attached to them. So it's not like now we're trying to bring the songs.
Okay. Well, we'll find them and we'll play them sometime during the day. Yeah, for sure. Yes.
So I want to appeal to Dominicans, all Dominicans alike, and particularly the Christians all across this nation. We want to invite you to come to the Coca-Cola factory and come and enjoy some real good gospel music. It will be a competition, but we come in there as to minister God's word through song. That's what we intend to do. All the participants, that's how we feel.
Okay.
We're not looking at it as I come there to beat you up and you come there to beat me up. That's not how we're looking at it. We're looking at it as we come into, as ministers, coming to share the gospel in song. So we inviting all Dominicans. It's gonna be good music. You have 11 good singers, and we just want to invite all Dominicans to come. We have a message of hope, and we have been hearing a lot of bad news all over the place. We have good news to share with Dominicans in song, as on Saturday at the Coca-Cola factory.
Well, let me share one because I noticed this name there. You see, that's the problem now. If you share one, you'll have to share all. So
and you say your blood has set me free. And all my life, Lord, you cover me. You cover me through the storm. You cover me when weapons fall. You cover me through the rain.
good morning to you, Nikisha. So I can assure you, Mr. Robinson, and my message is being backed up by my chief executive officer. We don't play any nasty music on Q95, okay? And he says he knows you a long time. So Mr. Gregory is sharing that message. We don't play nasty music. He's listening. What's that? Yes, he says he knows you from boyhood. All right. So we don't play any nasty music on Q. That I can tell you.
Well, good for you, Matt. So I want to commend Mr. Gregoire and commend you, and hence that will allow light. So you all will illuminate the glory of God through this nation because you understand what should dominate the areas. So thank you again to Q95, and we're hoping that coming from this concert, all the songs that we already give to you, Matt, every Saturday, at least 4 of them. I challenge you, at least 4 of them will be played on your gospel program. You taking my challenge, Matt?
I'll take the challenge.
All right, thank you.
Well, let's take a phone call. Somebody's trying to get in there. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hey, blessings to you. Matt, is that Heston with the same child's name?
Heston, yes, he's here. He's here.
About long time I don't see him, I don't hear him. Anyway, Robinson and the other brother. Just a quick little intervention. Let me congratulate you all. Start to use some bouillon music to share the message of what all you share in there. Use some bouillon music and light up a fire upon all the nasty music. And if immorality is a threat to national security, all you need black man on your side. Thank you.
Well, you have all kind of genres with gospel, I imagine, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will see some of that on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
We have almost every song is different. Maybe only two reggaes we have, and every other song is different in some way.
Okay.
From the next one.
Yeah.
And as I said, they're all original songs, and coming from different people, it's just it's already a bouillon of music. But we do not turn down any kind of music at this time. We might not agree. We will not agree with some of the words that people want to put in their song. But if they're Christian people, they will not put that kind of element in their song anyhow. So we don't have that problem. So we are well fixed. But I was going to say before that we have such a good show lined up that even people who come to the rehearsals get goose flesh when they hear the renditions that are put forward at those rehearsals. I tell you, I have been there from day one, and the songs are dynamic. I challenge anybody to come on Saturday and after they leave to come and tell me they didn't enjoy the show. If anybody can tell me that, Mark, I will refund them their money.
Somebody is listening. Of course, I've been listening. She says, Mr. Robertson needs to apologize. I'll tell you why the person is saying that. She says, because in your early statement, you said, the women, the music degrade women and they like it more. But the person is saying, man, he needs to apologize because not all women support nasty music. You agree?
If you take issue with what I said, you must also know that when you generalize, you're not actually referring to every woman.
Okay.
If you say Dominicans are a certain way, you don't mean every Dominican is that way. So I will apologize for actually saying it, but you know what I mean.
Interpretation.
Your interpretation is slightly off. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, folks. We have to wrap it up. We'll go around the table and yes, you want to make a comment?
Let me say that we didn't mention that you can get your ticket at Robinson's Bakery and Robinson's Supermarket at $40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
And we have VIP tickets for $125, and you'll be given snacks during that time.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And just to enlighten you, Matt, we are here until 9:30. So I hope that your program director would have informed you in terms of the time that we have here. So we have more time here. You can take a break, but from what I understand,
You give me half an hour?
Yes, we have to be here up until 9:30.
Okay.
So again, I want to say that this event on Saturday is of high value, and what we produce is on par with what the Calypso Association produced, Matt. Even better. Yes, even better. Okay. In terms of the quality of the music is of high quality.
If you didn't have anywhere to go on Saturday night,
speak to the microphone, please.
Yeah. If you didn't have anywhere to go on Saturday night, I'm going to bring a ticket for you, and I will treat you to the VIP lounge for you to experience what we have.
I try to find the music. I'm trying to find it right now to find out, where our producer technician may have placed them. So we have a little time, so I'm going to play more songs from last year, and I will come back to you from that.
Surround me, and I feel I can't go on. Depression is in the residue, and I'm still doubted and scorned. So I shut the door and running into that holy place. I trust the Lord Jesus, you'll cleanse me, and you can see my true face. 'Cause you're the place of deliverance, and you're the place of true joy. In Christ alone do I shut out the stress, the worry, and the noise. I'm crucified. I'm crucified with Christ. I'm crucified with Christ. Oh, 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 I'm crucified. I'm crucified with Christ. I'm crucified with Christ. Hallelujah. Nevertheless I live. Nevertheless I live. Nevertheless I live. Nevertheless I live. Lord, I see a world that's dying. No gratitude for your grace. So many just living their own lives, expecting to just see your face. So I shut the door and I'm running way past the broken place. And by your blood, Lord Jesus, I know one day I'll see your face. 'Cause you're the place of deliverance, and you're the place of true joy. In Christ alone do I shut out the stress, the worry, and the noise. The noise. I'm crucified. I'm crucified with Christ. I'm crucified with Christ. Oh, 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 I'm crucified. I'm crucified with Christ. I'm crucified with Christ. Hallelujah. Nevertheless I live. Nevertheless I live. Nevertheless I live. Nevertheless I live. Because we are conquerors. Because we
Well, I will try to find some of the sounds that will be featured there on the Saturday morning. We have some volunteers here for a cappella, two of the contestants, yeah? So stick around. We're here till about 9:30 this morning, featuring NIPP Gospel Concert.
man, and you shed your blood and set me free. And all my life, Lord, you covered me. You covered me through the storm. You covered me with weapons formed. You covered me through the rain. You covered me in peace and strength. You covered me through my pain, all my life, Lord. You covered me. There's no thing that you can't forgive. The Bible says you will never leave nor forsake because you love them. Whether you give it all for me, so that I will be set free. You take the hurt and the pain that you cry and cover my shame.
All right, Heston, somebody's asking the location. Where is this?
The old Coca-Cola factory on Valley Road where Josephine Gabriel used to be.
Uh-huh.
That exact spot. By now I believe it's public knowledge. Our good friend, has set up the place real good. He's into songs and lights.
Okay.
And we have been so grateful that we can secure that place to have our concert come this Saturday from 8 o'clock.
So the tickets are in advance, $30, $40, and $125.
Yes, VIP.
All right, guys, you've challenged me to get some a cappella from you this morning, so I'm going to do that myself. I'm going to start with you. Huh?
I'm going to start with a testimony. But
all right, sure.
Not the real song. The real song.
Tell me your testimony.
My testimony goes this way. Empêchez ma caviwe, moi tout ça moi besoin ya bon Dieu, sauver moi bien sauver, pour moi vivre empêché, mais non, ma caviwe en la terre péché ça, ma caviwe, moi ka rester un bon Dieu, ma caviwe, sauver moi bien sauver, ma caviwe, c'est ça péché qu'a fait c'est tuer. Oh, Jésus lave moi, Jésus nettoie moi, bah moi tout ça moi besoin pour qui pour moi vivre en péché. Mais non, ma caviwe, monsieur, ma caviwe, moi quand rester un bon Dieu, ma caviwe, sauvez-moi bien, sauvez ma caviwe. Lavez-moi bien, lavez ma caviwe. C'est ça péché qu'a fait c'est tuer.
Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
So you hear the quality, man.
Yeah, I love the song.
Yeah.
But translate for those of us who don't, you don't have to sing it, but say what you mean, because a lot of people don't understand Creole. I understood, but some other people there. You came from a life of sin, but you're not going back there. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, that's what I say. These are saying that I give my life to Christ. I'm not going back to a life of sin where you habituously just sinning as part of your life.
How many years ago you gave your lives?
It's about 30 years.
30 years. And you've never turned back.
No, why should I? I mean, it's better. If you have, I've been a religious guy, Catholic and everything.
You've tried everything.
I've tried everything. I tried Calypso. I was once a Calypso. Yeah, sing Calypso for 2 years.
Really? What years were that?
I made it to 91 and 92. I made it to quarterfinals in Calypso. So
okay. So you tried everything.
I sang in Stardom Calypso tent 1991.
That's where I remembered you.
Every Wednesday I used to be singing, but that was many moons ago.
Okay.
So it's something that when you trusted Christ and you live for Christ, you understand and you live a better life.
Okay.
It's always better. If you're in something that's better, you don't go back to what is because the life outside of Christ is something that will be used by Satan to do anything.
All right, give us one more verse and we'll move on to our next singer there. One more verse, Pack everywhere. That's what you call it.
I just give you a little of my song. I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That was a testimony.
A testimony. Okay.
That was a testimony.
All right.
But this song is
for Saturday.
For Saturday is a calypso.
Okay.
The reason I live, oh, the purpose I breathe, is to do the will of my Father who has called me. That's why I made up my mind. For I know that now it's high time to be so grateful and to respond to his call. Here I am, oh Lord, wherever you lead me, I will go wherever you send me, oh Lord. I will go. I sing. My heart's desire is to do the will of my Father. Yes, to do the will of my Lord. Yes, my Lord, oh Lord.
I still feel I could make a good calypso.
So you're hearing it for yourself, man.
Yes, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it.
High quality.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clean.
A place to be on a Saturday night.
I'm telling you, if you're planning to die, postpone your funeral.
All right, let's take our brother here. We're talking about the NIPP, a big concert gospel concert planned for Saturday night. Yes, sir?
Yes, so it's Makana again on your microphone, singing Blow the Trumpet. Now, this song I will be singing on the 7th is a song where it's a compilation of the books in the scriptures.
Okay.
It's a prophetic song.
Mhm.
So it came from the book of Joel, the book of Daniel, and also Revelation. Now, these books are prophetic songs, and they give a vision as to what's going to take place in the last days.
Mhm.
Now, we're living in the last days, and Messiah did prophesy as to what's going to take place in the last days. So the song I'll be singing now, the lyrics within my song is a prophetic one, to enlighten the people, to let us know what we ought to do to prepare ourselves for the coming of the King of Glory, because his coming is nigh at hand, even at the doorstep. So, blow the trumpet. First verse and chorus. For there's a day that soon cometh, it's the day of the Lord, a day of clouds and darkness, and I know it's nigh at hand. I'll blow the trumpet and sound the alarm before the great and dreadful day, and tell my people we better repent and go on our knees and pray. Blow the trumpet, Messiah coming, blow them all in a Mount Zion. Tell my people they better repent before the great tribulation. Sound the alarm and blow the trumpet, blow them all in a Mount Zion. Eternal life and a crown of blessings, it shall be your reward. Just like Daniel had many visions when he was in Babylon. I know that Babylon must fall and crumble down right down to the ground. Get out of her before it's too late. If you want to reach the pearly gates, come on board the road that is narrow and it's straight. Follow Messiah, the truth, the life, and the way.
All right. Another big one. Somebody's on the telephone. Are you there?
Good morning, Matt, and good morning to your panel.
Good morning to you.
Just a small suggestion. I was wondering whether you give it any thought to give your songs an up-tempo beat, close to maybe not fully in the bouillon style, but you want to attract a vast sector of the youth of your public, and maybe they're saying that the songs are a little on the slow side. So I don't know if you sort of not wanting. Is it offensive to give gospel music an up tempo beat?
A good question. Let me ask the producer here. He's saying that some of the songs maybe lacking a little speed, like almost like a bouillon beat. Are you?
Look,
No?
the songs came to us that way.
Okay.
We had to deal with them the way they came with us.
Okay.
We have developed those songs to a quality that competes. I tell you, it's competing on the world stage for clarity and quality. So whatever was brought to us was developed to deliver a very high standard of music. Okay. If it was slow, we couldn't make it fast.
You have no problems with somebody coming with a gospel song that has a bouillon beat.
No.
No, we're not opposed to that. We're not opposed. We are in an evangelistic trust, Matt Peltier, to the listeners.
Mhm.
When the gospel was given by Jesus Christ, he used fishermen And you know when fishermen go out there to fish, based on what fish they have to hold, Matt, they use different type of baits. So for us, if the bouillon genre is what the people bite, as long as the content and the lyrics is clean, we okay with that. We don't have a problem with that. Because we understand that music is a very powerful tool. It's a cultural thing, and we understand that people gravitate to music. And so we understand in our pursuit to win souls for Christ, we cannot manipulate what people are already eating. If it's bread they're eating, we have to use the bread. You understand what I'm saying? We have to make sure that we ourselves prepare the bread. And that's what we're doing. We preparing the bread for them to eat. But we're still giving them bread.
All right. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back.
The Gospel Music Event of the Year is here. The NIPP Gospel Song Contest Season 3 Grand Finale. 11 dynamic participants: Rennick Toussaint, Kervel Xavier Matthew, Shadrach Abona, Eversley Collier, Elijah Roll, Nikisha Yearwood Change, Makana Charles, Leon Royer, Evelyn Latham Joy, Edward Julian, and Hendrik Sherdell, along with uplifting guest performances to include last year's winner, Niall Grove, Jake Crow, Julian Revere, and Jerry Lloyd. It's all happening December 7, 2024, 8 p.m. at the old Coca-Cola Factory, Valley Road, Roseau. Tickets $40 and $125 VIP. Sold at Robinson's Bakery and Robinson's Grocery Store. Come, lift up the Lord and support gospel music ministry in Dominica.
All right, Dominica, we're here with NIPP. The big show taking place this Saturday. Yes?
I just want to say, with God is a God of diversity. God is a cultural God. He make all different types of people. And then every generation have their culture. So God is a cultural God. It was not man that made that. It was God. But the issue with bouillon is a beat. There's nothing wrong with bouillon. What we are talking about there is the message. The message that is rotten, not the beat. The beat is cool. I am a composer of music. I have different genres of music. I have kadas, I have reggae, I have bouillon, I have zouk. So all these types of beats and genre of music. There's nothing wrong with that. The message that we were the message that we were refuting that is not good for our nation. It's not good for young people. It's not good for people in general. That's what we were saying.
I think I got a few of the songs there. I see. We'll have to identify who the finalists are, and then we'll talk about that. We're going to come back, Dominica. Right now? Just a taste of the songs that will come up.
Hallelujah. 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 Praise him. Let's praise him. Praise him. Praise his name. Praise his name.
Seems as you're gonna have a big songs here on Saturday. Nikisha, this one.
I'm running to you. Lord, open the door. I'm asking for mercy for all that I've done. I've broken your heart 1,000 times, stumbled and fall with no one to call. But you know my name and love me the same. I'm running to you. I'm running to you. I'm coming to you. Just as I am, broken and torn, but trusting you, Lord. Trusting you, Lord.
Some big songs there coming up on Saturday, eh?
The title, Blow the Trumpet. Let's make way for Makana Child.
And I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto all those that dwell upon the earth, saying with a loud voice, Fear Yah and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made the heavens and the earth and the seas and the fountains of water. Selah. For there's a day that soon cometh, it's the day of the Lord, a day of clouds and darkness, and I know it's nigh at hand. I'll blow the trumpet and sound the alarm before the great and dreadful day, and tell my people we better repent and go on our knees and pray. Blow the trumpet, Messiah coming, to them all in the Mount Zion. Tell my people they better repent before the great tribulation. Sound the alarm and blow the trumpet, to them all in the Mount Zion. Eternal life and a crown of blessings, it shall be your reward. Just like Daniel.
All right, Dominic, we're going to feature one last song this morning, and we will feature the other competitors on Saturday morning during our gospel hour. So stick around, Dominic, as we can wrap it up in the morning. This is Mr. Jerry Lord.
Tell the people the truth.
He's a guest artist on Saturday night, not a competitor.
Tell the people the truth.
Sing it again, say. Hey.
Tell the people the truth.
Yes, we must tell the people the truth. Cause the devil got them living like beasts and brutes, so we must tell the people the truth. Bagawaya got them living like beasts and brutes, so we must tell the people the truth. We must tell them
the people the truth.
Yes, we must.
Well, there's a saying: if you don't hear it, then cure is not true. So I agree with you. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you, Jerry. So let's wrap it up this morning. You like that? If you don't hear, if it's true, you have to hear it on the cue.
You know, Matt, you never cease to amaze me. But it's always a pleasure being with you.
Yes.
And you know that you and I have a waiting, interview, Matt. And I hope when you're ready, you will call me in. Just to speak to certain ills in our society to see how we can come together to mitigate those ills. But Saturday evening is one of the way that we are going to light our candle. This is a sovereign country. We claim that we are God blessed country. We are God serving country. Mm-hmm. What other way we can do?
Yeah,
it's come out and praise God. When praises go up, blessings come down. So I'm encouraging all those of you who want to look for an avenue to praise God in a neutral area. We're not calling you to church because there's people afraid church, man. One of the reasons why people have become scared of church is because the figures that should be leading have lost their way.
Okay.
And that's the truth. They have lost their way. They have lost their focus. And as a result of that, people have become afraid of church. And the men of God have to understand that you represent God, no political figure. You represent God. And that has created a lot of... But outside of that, God loves everyone. And that's what we're sharing. We're sharing the love of God through gospel music. Jesus Christ died for everybody. And we want everybody to come. Doesn't matter who you are. Rasta man, we have reggae for you. If you're a Rasta man, we have reggae. If you like calypso, we have calypso for you. We have different genre in this competition. We have 11 songs. We even have a country song for those who love country. So Matt, I know you're one that you understand music. You have an ear. That's why when you come on a Saturday morning, and even when you come in the early mornings to do your program, you start with any song you start with. It has a way of captivating your audience. So that's why we needed to come on Saturday night.
Well, Mr. Robertson had promised me a VIP, so I'll take him up on that one.
Yeah, I'll let you have it when I bring for you the music.
This
Yes,
was 11, yes.
right.
Okay.
So I just wanted to tell my audience that we are going to have 2 shows on Saturday, one after the other. It's the competition and the follow-up show, which is the backup artist, Jerry Lloyd, Mr. Revere, Julian Revere,
Cowboy song.
and J. Crew.
Okay.
And we have the #1 song from last year, a dynamic song. He's going to be performing too. And that's going to be half of the show and the other half of the competition earlier. It will be competition earlier.
Well, guys, so we have to wrap it up. Any final comments from you guys? Yes,
let me encourage Christians and Dominicans to come at the factory on Saturdays, the 7th. It's going to be on fire, Holy Ghost fire. So we're inviting everybody to come and be blessed. Come and enjoy yourself in the Lord.
All right. You can dance a little thing.
Yes, man. Well, I just want to say thank you very much for having us today. And we could come and promote the event. And I just want to tell the public to come through and support. It's a worthy cause for the gospel's sake. And come and get a blessing, The mighty Father is awaiting you.
All right, thank you very much. We'll feature some of the finalists there on Saturday.
Yes, Matt. It's movement for your improvement. The appropriate occasion for your emotions. You can't afford to miss it. Action for your satisfaction.
All right, brother.
All on Saturday evening.
You sound like a poet this morning. We'll talk to you later.
Full and your love, I want to share. As I journey this life, Lord God, let your light shine bright. So much you love me. You gave your only son, Lord. He came to redeem me. Salvation is free. So much you love me. You gave your only son, Lord. My ransom is paid in full at Calvary. I'm free. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, yeah. So much you love.
From December 2nd, 2024 to January 6th, 2025, every time you play $5 on Daily 3 and $5 on Multi-X, you'll get a chance to win cash instantly. Look out for your winning coupon that could read "You've won cash," or try your luck again. And that's not all. We're giving away 4 grand prizes of $20,000, $10,000, and $5,000. Yes, 4 lucky players will win $40,000 in cash, plus over 300 instant winners. Play, win, and celebrate big this Christmas season with the Dominican National Lottery's Christmas Extravaganza promotion. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to play.
How, bang a bottle. Not sure what gift to give? How about a GBA gift certificate? Our gift certificates are tailored to your budget. Located at 106C Independence Street, Roseau, just after the EC Low Black Bridge. Call us at 275-8788. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Wines and spirits are our specialty with top brands to choose from.
Diplomatico, Brody, Chairman's Reserve, Vino Maple, Bounty, to name a few.
So make your gift giving easy with a GBA gift certificate. Season's greetings from all of us at GBA Enterprises.
I wanna have my saucy wings and eat it. Wanna have my saucy wings and eat it. I wanna have my saucy wings and eat it. Why would I have my saucy wings and not want to eat it?
It's the right time to indulge in new flavors with KFC's new saucy wings. For a limited time only, taste the sweet Baby Ray's original barbecue sauce and the buffalo wing sauce. Get a 6-piece combo with regular fries and a 16-ounce jerk for only $28. Or get the 6-piece wings only for $22. Remember, you can indulge in these new flavors for a limited time only. It's KFC's new saucy wings. KFC, it's finger licking good.
I wanna have my saucy wings and eat it. Wanna have my saucy wings and eat it. I wanna have my saucy wings and eat it. Why would I have my saucy wings and not want to eat it?
Bloombox brings you our new branch right in the heart of Roseau to make things even easier for you to get all the best products we have in stock. Bloombox Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Dewey Lane, next to Richard Wholesale, the same block as Western Union. Bloombox Roseau, a farmer's favorite place. New location, same great products for all your planting needs. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 235-3483. Bloombox, your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
Want to stay ahead in the world of electronic communications? Then you've got to check out Ectel Bytes, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority. We dive into the hottest topics affecting the telecom sector, from the latest innovations to the policies shaping your digital future. Tune in to Ectel Bytes on the first 3 Thursdays of this month, December 5th, 12th, and 19th. In the digital world, knowledge is your greatest asset.
Dominica, we're going to be talking in a few minutes. We'll have a little stop here for 5 minutes with my media colleague there from Trinidad. Good morning to you. This morning, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. Taking it one day at a time.
Nice.
All right, so what are you in Dominica? Tell us your name and what you're here doing.
Well, my name is Melissa Brown, and I believe I'm no stranger to Dominica by now.
Okay.
I've been on island since about 2019, working on our story, The Islands. It is an island hopping TV show. And I'm excited to say this season 2, we are being sponsored. And so because of that, I think the first season...
It's a television series.
It's a television series. Airing on Gael, The Caribbean, with Errol Fabian.
That's my boy.
Yes.
All right.
So season 2, I believe season 1, I did Dominic and Injustice because I did this out of pocket.
Okay.
And it was under budget. But season 2 is being sponsored, funded. And so we will be kicking off season 2 in Dominica.
So what is it that you feature on this series?
We show the connectivity between the islands. And so we island hop to Dominica first. Okay. And we highlight all the tourist attractions, the beautiful sulfur springs you guys have here.
Okay.
The beautiful waterfalls, the rivers, 366 rivers. We highlight, but also the social issues that plague us each and every day. As you know, throughout the islands now, crime is a big issue, juvenile delinquency. And so my background is in psychology, and I saw the need to highlight these issues, but also not just saying, okay, your island has problems. No, let's show you what the island has. It's beautiful. And then let's show that it's not just one island.
It's almost like a platform for showing off the country.
It is. So I'm excited that season 2, we will be starting here again and doing it the right way. Yeah. Right. So I'm just here to say, look forward to us. You can look out for us. Follow us on Facebook, Our Story The Islands. You can follow us on TikTok, Our Story The Islands, and on Instagram platforms.
You have a production team?
Yes, we do. We will be island hopping back with Trini Media. It is a media production team in Trinidad and Tobago. So they will be handling all the production. We do have a marketing team as well, headed by Mr. Corey Joseph. If you need to get on to find any information, you call Mr. Corey Joseph at 868-701-5555, and you will get more information. And if you would like to hop on board as a sponsor, partner, you can speak more to Mr. Corey Joseph.
Anything to push Dominica forward.
Anything.
All right, give us a number again so somebody may be listening and want to take that number down.
Yes, you can get on to Mr. Corey Joseph at 868-701-5555. Yeah?
The Islands.
The Islands. Our Story, The Islands, on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok.
It was a pleasure this morning.
Thank you,
Thank
Matt.
you. We have to work together as media, right?
Yes, we do.
Take care now.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye-bye. We'll see you soon. Let's do this and come back, Dominica. We're here to talk about the current issue.
Your favorite store, dial it now. 612-1253. That's Mega. You can rely on Mega for some real deals on name brand clothing and electronics. High quality, low price. We are a wholesale and retail store located in Calabashi, right on the main road. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram as Mega Deals Dominica. Like our page. Check out our stuff. Call us. Visit us. Would appreciate that. Come try it on. Love it. Buy it at Mega Deals. Your one and only online and brick and mortar store. Mega Deals is also on wheels. We make it convenient for your shopping. We deliver straight to your door. Email us at info@megadealsda.com. Rely on Mega Deals for some real deals.
All right, Dominica, we're back. Birthday greetings to Vanya Schillenfeld from your husband and your children this morning in Chicago, especially Tammy Schillenfeld. Good morning to you, Tammy. We're back. Mr. Blackmore definitely under the microscope after a statement he made as it relates to bail for Mr. Jonathan Lerrer. Let's listen to the very, very first statement there from Mr. Blackmore. Has him under the microscope. Mr. Blackmore.
Let me begin by making it fundamentally clear that the state takes this bail application for Jonathan Lerrer, one of the accused of the double murder of Dominic Marchand and Daniel Joseph Langlois, very seriously, and is totally opposed to the granting of bail. While I fully appreciate the independence of the court and embrace the principle that within our society, one is presumed innocent until proven guilty, however, there is consensus within society that certain crimes, because of the brutality involved, are very serious and therefore must be dealt with in the most serious manner by the court. The public interest, therefore, is the transcending issue and must be seen to be one preserved and protected by the court at all times. One of the things your government has done over the years is to enact a bail act to seek to bring clarity as to how and when bail should be granted by the court. And in instances where bail should not be granted, one, the seriousness of the crime. Two, if the accused person is a flight risk. And thirdly, the public interest. The state, from the onset, has taken this case very seriously. The police was quick and professional in its response, and that has been manifested throughout the investigations. The state has retained the services of one of the best senior counsels in the area of criminal law from the region to assist with the prosecution of that matter. The state will continue to provide all the resources needed to ensure this matter is properly prosecuted and justice is not only seen to be done, but will be done.
In a statement sent to the media from the Dominica Bar Association on December 2nd, 2024, reads, the Dominica Bar Association reaffirms its commitment to the principles of judicial independence and the rule of law. The DBA exclaims that recent remarks by the Minister of National Security and Legal Affairs regarding the court's approach to the granting of bail to Mr. Jonathan Lehrer is concerning and unfortunate. The minister's remarks conveyed the impression that the court may have not taken the matter with the utmost seriousness or considered the relevant provisions of the Bail Act or other relevant law. While it is not our role to determine or relay to the public whether the court was right or wrong in its final determination, it must be stated that in this case, specific references to the Bail Act and several cases precedents were made by the judge throughout his 24-page judgment, which is publicly available on the website of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court. The judiciary's role is not to appease public sentiment, which is to be differentiated from public interest as defined in the law, but to impartially interpret and apply the law. The DBA calls upon all public officials to uphold the integrity of the legal system by refraining from statements that may be perceived as an attempt to influence or challenge judicial independence. This is essential to maintaining a just and democratic society.
All right, Dominica. But it's clear that Mr. Blackmore is not happy with the statement from the Dominica Bar Association. So last evening, we got this from Mr. Blackmore.
I'm indeed deeply saddened by the recent statement purporting to be coming from the membership of the Bar Association of the Commonwealth of Dominica in respect of comments made by me regarding the order of the High Court granting bail to murder accused Jonathan Lehrer. I have always held the Bar Association of Dominica in the highest regard. I know that several of its members are distinguished attorneys at law, both in Dominica and internationally. However, I believe firstly that one needs to beg the question, why such a statement is being made counteracting my statement made in respect to the bail order of the High Court concerning the accused in question, and which I must add, as the Minister for National Security and Legal Affairs of Dominica, it is my duty to inform the public on matters of public interest. At the early stages of the prosecution of this matter, I addressed the public through a press conference, as this case had sparked great concern in Dominica and also internationally. At this time, there was absolutely no statement made by the Bar Association of Dominica. My recent statement, however, seemed to have attracted concern. In my statement, I did not in any way commit the act of interference in judicial independence. I in no way made statements attacking his lordship. I also did not advocate for and direct in any way that a particular ruling be made. My comments were also made after the order of the bail was granted, and I remained silent during periods of litigation of the matter, both at the first bail hearing in April and this one in the month of November. Coupled with this, the Bar Association ought to consider that judges can be subject to criticism, both by lawyers and public officials, as long as this criticism is one, respectful, two, measured, and free, based on evidence. Also, case law also reveals that criticism of judges ought to be made without malice and does not disrupt the administration of justice. I must also emphasize that the court has a broader responsibility to society. The Bar Association, in its statement, has provided no basis in law showing how my statement has amounted to interference with judicial independence. I did absolutely nothing wrong. Another question now becomes apparent. Has this present statement been approved and ratified by a majority membership of the Bar Association? Clearly, it appears that this unsigned statement being circulated may not be that of the distinguished Bar Association that I know to be existing in Dominica, and may be one-sided and seemingly partisan. The Dominica Bar Association, after critiquing my comments, have also appealed to all public officials to uphold the integrity of the legal system by refraining from statements that may be perceived as an attempt to influence or challenge judicial independence. I wish to say that this baseless statement is imputing improper motive on me. I hope, therefore, that the statement of the Bar Association is retracted immediately and consideration be given to the fact that the relationship between Parliament, the judiciary, and the public, it is to protect the interests of all people of a nation. I urge the Bar Association of the Commonwealth of Dominica to uphold the rule of law and to be guided that it is in the interest of justice that it retract the statement.
This article is
All right, Dominica. Well, you heard the security minister. This Bar Association should retract the statement there. It's almost bothering their politics. But on the heels of that statement, something else appeared. Some article. The article headlined "Something Rotten in Dominica." The judge rules that the police mishandled the case and may have lied to the court. Mr. Richie Farrell is reporting on that very story. And listen well.
The Gospel Music Event of the Year is here.
This article is written by the writers at the digital company Tech Story, titled "Something Rotten in Dominica. Judge rules that police mishandled case and lied to the courts." In a pivotal ruling on November 26, 2024, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court granted bail to Jonathan Lehrer, a U.S. citizen accused of a double homicide in Dominica, exposing significant missteps by the island's police and prosecution. The case, which initially appeared to rest on overwhelming evidence, has unraveled under judicial scrutiny, revealing procedural delays, lack of disclosure, and troubling allegations that a senior police officer, Assistant Commissioner of Police Geoffrey James, misled the courts. The article examines how the prosecution's failures, particularly the role of ACP James, undermined the case
and raises broader concerns about justice in Dominica. Jonathan Lehrer was charged in December 2023 with the murders of Daniel Langlois and Dominic Marchand. From the outset, the case was fraught with delays, primarily due to the prosecution's failure to meet court-ordered timelines for disclosure. Despite assurances during an earlier bail hearing in April of 2024, the prosecution failed to provide witness statements, forensic evidence, and other critical documents in a timely manner. This led to repeated adjournments of preliminary hearings, with a key paper committal scheduled for July 2024 delayed indefinitely. In the April 2024 hearing, the court denied bail, accepting the state's claims of strong eyewitness and forensic evidence against Lehrer. However, the recent disclosures have cast doubt on those assertions, particularly concerning ACP James's sworn testimony. Central to the April 2024 decision was ACP James's affidavit, which portrayed a compelling case against Lehrer. He claimed there was overwhelming evidence, including eyewitness testimony and scientific findings, linking Lehrer to the crime. However, during the renewed bail application, Lehrer's legal team dismantled these claims, showing that the disclosed evidence failed to substantiate James's assertions. For instance, the two individuals cited as eyewitnesses neither saw the crime nor identified Lehrer as being present at the scene. Witness 1 only heard gunshots and observed unrelated events, while Witness 2, a tourist, made a vague identification of a white man during a police bus drive-by, hardly the robust eyewitness accounts ACP James had described. Moreover, the forensic evidence that James referenced also failed to connect Lehrer to the crime. A DNA report provided by the prosecution merely confirmed the identity of the deceased, but offered no link to Lehrer. The absence of ballistic reports and photographic evidence further weakened the state's case. James's insistence on the strength of the evidence during the first hearing was not only inaccurate, but bordered on deliberate deception. Justice Colin Williams's November 2024 ruling excoriated the prosecution, particularly highlighting ACP James's role. The judgment noted that James's affidavit for the April hearing presented a misleading narrative, relying on assertions unsupported by disclosed evidence. The court also emphasized that James failed to dispute or adequately respond to Lehrer's claims during the renewed bail hearing, implicitly admitting the state's shortcomings. Justice Williams called attention to the prosecution's flagrant disregard for court orders, particularly regarding disclosure. Despite multiple extensions and orders to produce evidence by specific deadlines, the state failed to meet its obligations, ultimately delaying Lehrer's trial. This non-compliance, coupled with James's inaccurate affidavits, eroded the court's confidence in the integrity of the prosecution. Adding to the urgency of Lehrer's bail application was his deteriorating health. Lehrer's medical condition, including prostate-related issues and complications from inadequate prison care, underscored the prosecution's failure to prioritize timely proceedings. Despite multiple requests from Lehrer's legal team, the prison authorities denied or delayed access to necessary medical consultations, further compromising his well-being. The court acknowledged these health concerns in granting bail, setting strict conditions to ensure Lehrer's compliance while allowing him to seek medical treatment abroad. However, the broader issue remains Lehrer's prolonged detention without proper disclosure, or a timely trial exemplifies systemic issues within Dominica's criminal justice system. The case highlights significant challenges in Dominica's law enforcement and prosecutorial practices. The failure to adhere to court orders and the apparent willingness of senior officials like ACP James to mislead the judiciary raises questions about accountability and professionalism. Justice Williams's judgment implicitly condemned these practices, underscoring the significance of transparency and adherence to legal standards in maintaining public trust. Lera's case also sheds light on the broader issue of pretrial detention in Dominica. The court cited international standards, emphasizing that individuals charged with serious crimes must be brought to trial within a reasonable time. The delays in Lera's case, exacerbated by prosecutorial incompetence, stand in stark contrast to these principles, highlighting the need for systemic reform. The granting of bail to Jonathan Lehrer, despite the gravity of the charges against him, represents a rebuke of the prosecution's handling of the case. ACP James's role in presenting misleading evidence has not only undermined the state's credibility, but also cast a shadow over the integrity of Dominica's law enforcement. For Dominica, this case serves as a wake-up call. Transparency, accountability, and adherence to legal standards are essential for the functioning of a fair justice system. As Lera's trial moves forward, the spotlight will remain on the authorities, with the public and international community watching closely. The lesson is clear. Justice delayed is justice denied, not just for the accused, but for society as a whole. Dominica's legal and law enforcement institutions must address these systemic failings to restore confidence in the rule of law. This article is dated December 3rd, 2024, written by the writers at the digital company Tech Story.
10:03 Dominica. You see we are in a very bad place, so Mr. Blackmore, instead of calling on the Dominica Bar Association, you should speak to the reporters who string this report together, basically exposing our police in Dominica. Richie Farrell, good job with this audio. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Good morning. Yes.
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those who have sacrificed their personal safety and security, trying to elevate mankind to humanity, love, life, healing, joy. Mr. Peltic, gratitude, love to you, and blessings to you and your family, my brethren. What's up?
Blessings to you, sir.
Matt, is very interesting, you know. So, Matt, the Bar Association, the court is independent. Isn't that what Blackmore said?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you laugh with maybe when you're Blackmore said already, the court is an independent whatever. The court. So the Bar Association is not independent, Matt?
It is. It should be.
So what the hell are you asking them to retract? He should ask them to repent. Remember the fella that hit the Chinese back and he bring the fella the Chinese home or whatever, and for the fella to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I find Blackmore come out. But the same Blackmore and Reginald Austri and his revelation, very interesting. That's another story. Matt, the Minister of National Security asking for the Bar Association to retract their statement. They did not respond to his statement then. Why? They are the legal experts. Isn't that so, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
But if they find that they find you pushing the card a bit too much, so then they came out and they say something. Then relating their intervention to partisan, Matt.
Partisan politics, yes.
Partisan, but you see how these guys are dictatorial and dangerous in that land. So you have to be careful. You remember when you asked Kerry Blackmore about did all you ask for any foreign assistance having to do with forensics and all of that, Matt?
Yep, I remember.
You remember we just dust you off, Matt? Did he answer the question?
And not really on that day. Not really on that day, no.
But that was very disrespectful because he did not want to get caught in his own snare, in his own trap, Matt. So all of a sudden now, is the same Blackmore that giving out praises, Matt? And now you're hearing the whole thing about Mr. James, Matt?
On the article there.
Having to do with the inadequacies, the mishandling, the unprofessional business. But Blackmore always come and give the police a clean bill of health. So, Matt, you can see it's a nasty game, Matt. Blackmore's statement.
Well, maybe you should ask the paper to retract that statement too.
Having to do with all the thing he talk about the police and how great the investigation.
Thank you. That's the point, Blessings. That's the point.
Shouldn't he retract it, not? And he's saying there is no basis in law for what the Dominica back.
I guess he'll refer to the article as political too, huh?
Yeah, the article is political too. Even if it comes out from the Vatican, they're trying to destroy the government. They're paranoid, man. But these criminals have to go by any means necessary, my brethren. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, everything is coming to light at this stage. 449-3095. Where did the police officer, Mr. Jeffrey James, get the scientific testing done? You see how these people are throwing such a critical case? Is this all a huge conspiracy to free Mr. Jonathan in Dominica, boy? Somebody saying that 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. This article just exposed everybody there, huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yeah?
Matt, I'm a little scared this morning.
You're scared? Why are you scared?
Yes, I'm worried. I'm concerned that Attorney Lennox Lawrence is going to move the court for a no-case submission because of all the media publicity. He's going to say his client cannot get a fair trial. That's what I'm scared about. Let's bet he does that. He will try to go that route because of all this media publicity. He's going to claim that. Let's see. Let's wait and see.
Well, you heard Mr. Blackmore saying the case has not really started. You know what they're dealing with is the bail application.
Yes, but all the media blitz is it not affecting the case? Haven't we all heard in the past about the matter is now, what is it? What's that?
Subjudicate?
Right. And that we should try to temper our public.
If the case had started, Mr. Peter Karam, that maybe you would have an argument there. But what they're dealing with right now is not the evidence before the court. They're talking about the case. The arguments now is re-bail conditions. Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
Right.
But on that article that was just read out to the public there, I'm worried about Assistant Commissioner James's rebuttal. He's going to get a little naughty with the media, and I expect that there's going to be some sort of backlash.
Well, I can tell you, the media did not share that information. The local media did not share that information. It also deal with the Canadian media this time. 1010 is the morning time. Talk to me. On the telephone, yes, I told you this is just exposing the justice system in Dominica. I remember Mr. Joshua was speaking to that sometime last week. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
Yeah, Matt, just quickly. Matt, look at something, eh? Are we voluntarily asking for our own enslavement, Matt? Because we want to muzzle ourselves. Matt, I'm watching internationally and regionally ongoing court matters, serious criminal matters, Matt. And these matters are being discussed in the public, and it does not hinder, impede, or interfere with the whole process because the argument is based on the evidence. Isn't that so, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
So why should a matter that is not even being tried as yet? For I listened to Lennox Lawrence said he knows that his client is innocent. Isn't that a damaging statement, a dangerous statement to make? So I am saying, Matt, we cannot voluntarily muzzle ourselves, enslave ourselves, Matt, because we figure out some people are high and mighty and they have power. They can dig a pit and bury themselves, Matt, and they're blaming you for burying them, and they did not even die, Matt, after you bury them. That is how, ridiculous and incredulous the argument is in Dominica, Matt, and that nonsense has to stop, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, 449-309-596-97. We are going to get a backlash from Canada. Tell Mr. Blackmore to worry about that because they're all in the same cabal. On the telephone, good morning to you, yeah?
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. How are you doing, bro?
How are you doing, brother?
Quite. Let me tell you now, I kind of concerned because...
You're very concerned.
Yeah, because there was a level of evidence that had to be provided to the judge in order for him to make his judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And based on that last report the guy read there.
Richie, yes.
Right, Richie, right. It is speaking to that of the evidence of that particular police officer that was known and void. And I reading through that, to me, that alone tell me Mr. going to work. Even though Blackmore said the case itself don't start yet, but that is critical evidence. And if the judge find failure in that, I see Mr. walking out from that case. That we are very on dangerous ground there. And I realize Blackmore never addressed what the court had to say. If you realize in all the statements he made there, he never talk about it. He just challenged what people say, like what Josh was talking about and now the bar. But he never, and that's the thing about those fellas, and he never quote any part of the bail act that could educate us and tell us the judge bridged that. Because that's it, and them and have a habit for that. They never quote him nothing to brighten your scope, to make you learn something. They just talk generally. And I tell you straight, Matt, listening to that this morning, that we on dangerous ground.
You're a little worried about after you heard this report.
Yeah. And it's strange, because I find they have the opposition and them going cut up and down. So lawyers appearing, this don't appearing, but they don't seem fit to throw out the case, because they should say there's a no case submission, But see what's happening now in a critical case that existing in Dominica. We're in a sad place, Mato.
Very, very sad place, my brother. Very, very sad place. Again, based on what I heard there from that report, we have a lot of questions to answer at this point. We're in a very sad place. I read the article last night, and like I told you yesterday, the ineptitude of the law and order and bad politics has put the country in a bad place in the world of independent nations globally. On the telephone, he has talked to me.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning.
Matt, I have nothing much to say, but Matt, what a tangle web we weave when we first try to deceive. But I know that Kian will get justice wherever he is for his killers. All those that were involved in killing him and they sweep it under the carpet, Kian also will get justice. Bye-bye, man. That's all I have to say.
All right, bye-bye. Somebody's saying, Matt, there's only one motive by this government is to let the matter go down to the drain. See how quick they asked for foreign assistance to deal with Mr. Matthew Coffey, with Mr. Matthew Coffey's case, because they wanted to victimize him, and now the best investigator is at his home for a few years doing nothing with a case against him that makes no sense. And Blackmore asked for foreign assistance. No, he's running his mouth. On the telephone, yes, one of our best investigators is at home accused of murder. And a lot of foreign investigators came in to deal with that. Why not in this case? Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you,
Good
sir.
morning, Matt.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt, as we said, we're in concert.
You
We're in the concert, yes. And it has been very well orchestrated. The orchestra is singing. And when they come out of this, Blackmore will have all his references to say he was against it. And Mr. Skerritt will say he couldn't comment about it, although he already early in the game cleared himself He declared that the victims were his friends and that the accused was, he didn't have coffee with him, to put it in his words. And if he does, he said to the public, if I don't have coffee with you, you're not my friend. So, we're not so sure what that means, Matt. Roosevelt Skerritt has his own dictionary. If he doesn't have coffee with you, he's not your friend. But yet, you became a citizenship by investment agent, right? And we also, to give you another example, the gentleman who is leading the commission right now, he was cited as an opposition member when Skerritt made him a CDI agent, right? And then, all of a sudden, he's on the red side. He's the head of the commission and he's not doing his job. We see that. So when Mr. Skerritt and his, machinations are in play, we just have to look, because Mr. Skerritt already tried to distance himself. He made it clear. Now he's being quiet. Mr. Blackmore now is saying he has a right to speak. But when Mr. Blackmore speaks, it's like he's against the bail application. He's against, bail for Mr. Lira. Now, what does that mean to us? I just see it as Mr. Blackmore covering himself, because in the future he'll be speaking with a different tongue. Now, Matt, what other white man would be telling you not to go up that road? What other white man would tell you cannot go up that road? And when you choose to go up the White to Kubuli National Trail, he still tells you not to go. How many white men are up there? Matt, boy, I tell you, enough said.
But we need to work on the forensics for police officers in Dominica. This is a big hole. Reading investigations 1019, as explained by the
Matt
advocate.
Welty, good morning to you and good morning to your listeners.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt Welty, I am listening to Blackmore, and I'm not going to comment on the judicial process on whether to grant bail or not grant bail. That is for the courts and the law and the lawyers to explain. That's what they're good at. But what I will comment, however, is on the strength of a man's words, the integrity of an individual. And these two things depends on the actions of an individual, the words of that individual, and how the actions of that individual match their words in the past, in the present, and in their responsibility and execution of the duties. Why am I bringing that up? Because we've heard Blackmore talk about innocent until proven guilty, but I know that can only happen when there is an investigation of suspicions of crime, and the process is allowed to continue. Meaning, you carry out an investigation, you get evidence, and you let that evidence play out itself in court, and that's when guilt or not guilty is adjudicated based on the presentation of that evidence and how it links to the time and on the case. But why am I saying this? I'm saying this because here comes Blackmore, displaying his dissatisfaction with the court case, when this very same gentleman was the man who sat there when members of the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force were implicated in the abduction and transfer of an individual without due process. And that gentleman said absolutely nothing. Today, the policemen who were involved, especially Mr. Cobbett, is still in the police force, making decisions on behalf of the people of Dominica when it comes to law enforcement. And if that's the case, then it tells me that the people who are overseeing the police force, the people who are responsible in the ministry for national security, have no integrity. And as a result, when they come and speak, their words have no value because they have shown that they do not have any affinity for ethics, for moral, for values, and for honesty and integrity in their services. The police force has to be an institution of integrity and must be above and overboard. And when there are people like Blackmore who comes and speak now on a case where the bail should be granted, He's not genuine.
What's going on?
Because the guy has a history. We all know the circumstances under which Jonathan Lara is. The very same government who is prosecuting him, very same government who's prosecuting him, is protected by by the lawyer of the very same gentleman. Everybody knows Mr. Lawrence affiliation with leaders of the political party and the government in Dominica. Everyone knows who tried to bail him initially. So an individual who works with the government. Everyone knows that Jonathan Lara was a passport dealer and had connections with people in high office. And I think my suspicion is Blackmore is coming out to talk about that because of the information that came from the fifth element, that presentation from the Canadian sources, from the British, from the Canadian sources that talked about the situation in Dominica of Jonathan Lara and basically implicated the government in that process. And I think all this is a public stunt, not to appease Dominicans, This is a public stunt by Blackmore to appease foreign entities that have indicated the level of corruption that exists in the police force. This is to appease foreign entities. We saw the Prime Minister giving awards to Canada. The Prime Minister have been using state awards to basically bribe people. All of a sudden, we get awards to Canada and England. But when Roosevelt carried and Blackmore comes out and talk about they supporting something, there's always something underneath. There's always something behind it. And if Blackmore was genuine, today Corbett would have been fired. Jeffrey James would have been fired. The acting police commissioner would have been fired. There are many police officers in the police force who would have been fired. So this guy, when he comes and talk about he's not against bail.
Boys, 449-3095-96 and 97. We continue right here. Let's see if we can wrap up the statement.
Have shown otherwise. There is no integrity. There is no honesty. And then you can't be practicing this kind of bad governance. And all of a sudden you come and talk about a court system because you're dissatisfied. That is this is the level of disingenuity in this gentleman. I shouldn't be calling him gentleman, but this is the kind of disingenuity we have leading this country, and they expect people to believe their nonsense. As far as I'm concerned, Matt Peltier, Blackmore and the leadership of the Labour Party thinks every Dominican is stupid, and the level of disrespect they have shown is indicated by the conversation he had based on the bill for Jonathan Lara.
Somebody says, Matt, good morning to you. It's like you call it, the spin doctors are at play, and Blackmore is no exception. Yet he claims he wants to educate the public. He calls on your show an insult our intelligence. This man can even articulate properly. Now, I want to go back to this report in depth from a Canadian newspaper on what is before the court. We are in a deep hole. Listen again.
This article is written by the writers at the digital company Tech Story, titled Something Rotten in Dominica. Judge rules that police mishandled case and lied to the courts. In a pivotal ruling on November 26, 2024, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court granted bail to Jonathan Lara, a U.S. citizen accused of a double homicide in Dominica, exposing significant missteps by the island's police and prosecution. The case, which initially appeared to rest on overwhelming evidence, has unraveled under judicial scrutiny, revealing procedural delays, lack of disclosure, and troubling allegations that a senior police officer, Assistant Commissioner of Police Geoffrey James, misled the courts. The article examines how the prosecution's failures, particularly the role of ACP James, undermined the case and raises broader concerns about justice in Dominica. Jonathan Lehrer was charged in December 2023 with the murders of Daniel Langlois and Dominic Marchand. From the outset, the case was fraught with delays, primarily due to the prosecution's failure to meet court-ordered timelines for disclosure, despite assurances during an earlier bail hearing in April of 2024. The prosecution failed to provide witness statements, forensic evidence, and other critical documents in a timely manner. This led to repeated adjournments of preliminary hearings, with a key paper committal scheduled for July 2024 delayed indefinitely. In the April 2024 hearing, the court denied bail, accepting the state's claims of strong eyewitness and forensic evidence against Lehrer. However, the recent disclosures have cast doubt on those assertions, particularly concerning ACP James's sworn testimony. Central to the April 2024 decision was ACP James's affidavit, which portrayed a compelling case against Lehrer. He claimed there was overwhelming evidence, including eyewitness testimony and scientific findings linking Lehrer to the crime. However, during the renewed bail application, Lehrer's legal team dismantled these claims, showing that the disclosed evidence failed to substantiate James's assertions. For instance, the two individuals cited as eyewitnesses neither saw the crime nor identified Lehrer as being present at the scene. Witness 1 only heard gunshots and observed unrelated events, while Witness 2, a tourist, made a vague identification of a white man during a police bus drive-by, hardly the robust eyewitness accounts ACP James had described. Moreover, the forensic evidence that James referenced also failed to connect Lehrer to the crime. A DNA report provided by the prosecution merely confirmed the identity of the deceased, but offered no link to Lehrer. The absence of ballistic reports and photographic evidence further weakened the state's case. James's insistence on the strength of the evidence during the first hearing was not only inaccurate, but bordered on deliberate deception. Justice Colin Williams's November 2024 ruling excoriated the prosecution, particularly highlighting ACP James's role. The judgment noted that James's affidavit for the April hearing presented a misleading narrative, relying on assertions unsupported by disclosed evidence. The court also emphasized that James failed to dispute or adequately respond to Lehrer's claims during the renewed bail hearing, implicitly admitting the state's shortcomings. Justice Williams called attention to the prosecution's flagrant disregard for court orders, particularly regarding disclosure. Despite multiple extensions and orders to produce evidence by specific deadlines, the state failed to meet its obligations, ultimately delaying Lehrer's trial. This non-compliance, coupled with James's inaccurate affidavits, eroded the court's confidence in the integrity of the prosecution. Adding to the urgency of Lehrer's bail application was his deteriorating health. Lehrer's medical condition, including prostate-related issues and complications from inadequate prison care, underscored the prosecution's failure to prioritize timely proceedings. Despite multiple requests from Lehrer's legal team, the prison authorities denied or delayed access to necessary medical consultations, further compromising his well-being. The court acknowledged these health concerns in granting bail, setting strict conditions to ensure Lehrer's compliance while allowing him to seek medical treatment abroad. However, the broader issue remains Lehrer's prolonged detention without proper disclosure, or a timely trial exemplifies systemic issues within Dominica's criminal justice system. The case highlights significant challenges in Dominica's law enforcement and prosecutorial practices. The failure to adhere to court orders and the apparent willingness of senior officials like ACP James to mislead the judiciary raises questions about accountability and professionalism. Justice Williams's judgment implicitly condemned these practices, underscoring the significance of transparency and adherence to legal standards in maintaining public trust. Lera's case also sheds light on the broader issue of pretrial detention in Dominica. The court cited international standards, emphasizing that individuals charged with serious crimes must be brought to trial within a reasonable time. The delays in Lera's case, exacerbated by prosecutorial incompetence, stand in stark contrast to these principles, highlighting the need for systemic reform. The granting of bail to Jonathan Lera, despite the gravity of the charges against him, represents a rebuke of the prosecution's handling of the case. ACP James's role in presenting misleading evidence has not only undermined the state's credibility, but also cast a shadow over the integrity of Dominica's law enforcement. For Dominica, this case serves as a wake-up call. Transparency, accountability, and adherence to legal standards are essential for the functioning of a fair justice system. As Lera's trial moves forward, the spotlight will remain on the authorities, with the public and international community watching closely. The lesson is clear. Justice delayed is justice denied, not just for the accused, but for society as a whole. Dominica's legal and law enforcement institutions must address these systemic failings to restore confidence in the rule of law. This article is dated December 3rd, 2024, written by the writers at the digital company Tech Story.
It's clear that there's some deep holes with that investigation with forensics. It's a very worrying situation there. 10:34 is the morning time. Sorry about that. Let's move on to another phone call. Are you there? Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. Felder, just quickly. Matt, it's very, very interesting. You asked where Mr. James did the forensic test, Matt, or the forensic study, because he concluded some forensic process. Matt, did I hear you say?
Well, no, I don't think the forensic tests have been brought back to the police, and this is causing a delay. And the attorneys are making making a case there that enough evidence has not been brought forward.
So the forensic report is not out as yet, Matt.
Not yet. That's what I'm telling you. It's not here.
Who did the judge excoriate, Matt? Is it JJ or the whole system?
The whole system, because the whole system, because they're the one presenting.
Exposed and removed the surface of the corruption, of the machination, of the scam. This man is a resourceful man. This man is directly affiliated with the passport sale, with scaring the government. So the machinations, man, the planning, the plotting, the scheming, to just allow that man to walk, persist, Matt. And Jeffrey James, you were once my close buddy. You used to station in St. Joe. We talked extensively based on the victimization and everything. Voluntarily being deceived, enslaved, used, or although you're an educated man, you're unaware You're ignorant of the fact that you're being used as a pawn in the game of the nasty chess match, and you talk about Mr. Coffee. Matt, why wouldn't they get rid of the best investigator? But if I was a criminal, what I want to do with a great investigator close to me? So he had to be in that present predicament to not have his hand in the affairs of rulership. I cannot say governance, Matt. Dominica is not governed. Dominica is ruled by a cluster of criminals, and Matt, they will stop.
But based on what I'm hearing, Bess, maybe the evidence have been returned, but it was a bit late. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Very interesting, Matt. And in closing, I wanted to say, Matt, based on all what that is being said, if there was a proper investigation and they talk about eyewitness and one tourist talk about a white man, Matt, why is DNA? Why is forensics? Matt, nobody might not see you, but based on forensics and DNA, high science business, Matt, they can clearly pin you to the scene of a crime, or you are involved in a crime without any eyewitnesses. Matt, you know that because it's a very sophisticated world. So when they're talking about, they could have put him at the scene of the crime and all of that, why is forensics? Why is ballistics? Why is DNA and everything else? Why Matt Dominica need a revival? Dominica need a cleansing. And too many people of influence are keeping their backside shut until it hit home. Thank you, bro.
All right, thank you very much. 449-3095, 449-3096. Again, I'm being told there by sources close to the case that it may have been returned, but it was a bit late at the time of the hearing. 10:38 is the morning time. Hello, talk to me, yes?
You know, Matt, when Blessing says, where's ballistic? I'm thinking, have they seized any weaponry from Mr. Lear? And how much weaponry did they get from Mr. Lear? We saw a leaked video of a container, and there was all kinds of speculation as to what was in it. But his personal firearms, did he have a firearm license? And how many firearms did he have? And is that part of the evidence? And what does ballistics have to say about that? Because if a firearm is discharged and it even happened to go through the car, they can still identify that. I believe they can still identify the gun that fired that shot. So the question is, where are ballistics? That really hit me hard, because there just seems to be skipping over a lot of what could be presented as evidence. That's why, Matt, it leads me to say it was a well-written concert. And, those who are experts in the law, and we know who they are, they're experts. When you're expert in a field, you can easily misuse that expertise. There's use of the expertise, and there's also misuse of the expertise. So you can create a whole fallacy, if you will, by your misuse of your knowledge and in your expertise. Thank you, man.
All right, thank you very much. We have to look at this case very, very closely. Where is it going to go? There's a very, very interesting question. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Good morning to you and to your listeners at home and abroad.
Good morning to you, sir.
Well, I'm not going to call the case on radio. I mean, the case has to be, called in the court of law. I'm just concerned about what I heard read in terms of how the police prepare, prosecution, how they prepare for the court, and what the judge had to say about that. And I think it is really worrying, and it puts us as a country that is not really in good order when it comes to our legal system, when it comes to our court system, when it comes to prosecution from the police having to investigate cases and so forth, and put it before the court so you can find a proper conclusion of the matter. And so that is very, very concerned, very worrying. And sometimes the police get themselves engaged in things that is not really making sense. To me, the police is more organized against opposition people in Dominica rather than doing their work to ensure that, because, we're not in a little cocoon by ourselves. We are a country that is out there. People, when we leave it in the dot, the rest of the world, what people follow on social media and see and hear and understand and know. And they see that our country is becoming a country that is not, sure of what it is doing when it comes to our legal system. And that could put us in a lot of problem in terms of our investment, in terms of our opportunities for ourselves as people going forward and so forth. And you see when there's a little opposition meeting, police is well organized, they're out there, they give statements, they lie and say things about who plan to do what. You go to them for a meeting and you see they come out and if they say on social media, they don't find out where it comes from. You just assume it is part of you. If you somebody make a statement and they're not part of the organization, they just assume that that person is talking for the organization and so forth. And I think all of this foolishness that is going on is very distracting the police from their work. I know other cases where people come and they go to court and the government is not prepared, the prosecution is not prepared. And you go to court day after day, week after week, month after month, and they're not prepared. And therefore you yourself have to pay lawyers, you have to pay, if you're out of state, you have to pay passage, you have to pay all of these things. And the matter is just being delayed. And I think in a situation like that, to me, it put the country in bad light, very bad light. And unless we can solve those problems, and I think one should call on the Minister of National Security to resign. He's a fake Matt, in the sense that you ought to fix those things. Don't come ready and make statement. Fix those things, because those things put your country in a bad light. That is why we don't have a country floating on the waters there, and nothing good is going on. And we were never like that, Matt. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. 449-309-596. Somebody said I should play the statement of Mr. Lennox Lawrence there at the time when he spoke to Canadian television.
Lear's lawyer is also here. He just met his client, and his message to us is simple.
I know he's innocent, and that's a clear case. They're alleging that at a particular time, the both victims, or alleged victims, were killed. That's what they say. Yeah. They're indicating what time they think it occurred. They're also disclosing to us documents and statements that says that the first time our client was seen at the area was 5 hours later.
So in other words, the prosecution so far cannot say where Mr. Lever was at the time.
And they're required to say, not us.
No, I get it.
They're required to say where he was.
Good morning to you, Matt. Blackmore's statement on the matter is part of the conspiracy. They want to be on the record saying that they didn't support the granting of bail. Blackmore speaks on behalf of the government. So when the inevitable happens, they will think the government will be scotch-free. Mr. Blackmore will all know better, and that will not work. If you are all serious, bring in the FBI or Scotland Yard. That's a suggestion. Bring in the FBI, the mountain police in Canada. The international community is watching. So if our police officers, as the article indicated there, are not competent, bring in the experts from the outside. That's what everybody's suggesting at this time. Our police officers may not be as competent, so bring in FBI or Scotland Yard. Let's see how that goes. 10:45 is the morning time. I would have brought them in from the very beginning, given the seriousness of that case. All these inconsistencies and incompetence might be well calculated to obtain the desired result of a few people. They ain't fooling me. This is a WhatsApp message. Are these inconsistencies and incompetence well calculated to obtain a desired result? I'm just asking a question. I am not surprised at all. Some people have not yet understood the extent of the evil deeds in our country, but time will tell. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Good morning to you.
finally and quickly, Matt. Matt, you see your fingerprint? You don't nobody have your fingerprint on the face of the earth, Matt?
Nobody else.
All of us have our unique fingerprints, not with ballistics. Not through years I sit down and watch a lot of things. The television is bad, but it have it good. Not having to do with ballistics. When a bullet leaves the chamber of a gun and end up in the nozzle, it have its unique prints, Matt. The scratches on it and everything. Matt, no other bullet cannot fire a bullet identical to the max or from the chamber to the nozzle. So let us say time elapse. You might not find no DNA evidence or nothing. But where's the gun that the brother is an ex-soldier? His firearms, were they confiscated, Matt?
I don't know.
Or the gun? Huh?
I said I don't know.
No, I am just, it's a rhetorical question.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
Were his firearms confiscated? Can there be ballistics to show, based on the bullets they find in the so-called victims, Matt? Matt, you didn't hear about so-called the victims, Matt?
Yes.
Matt, whether it was a vehicle accident or suicide, you're being referred to as a victim. You know, victim of suicide or murder or accident or something like that. I may be wrong. Somebody can call and correct me. And I am saying, Matt, they deliberately allowing time to elapse, Matt. No wonder the report come late and all kind of nonsense is happening. It's a dirty game. But Matt, Dominica is not the world. You said they said Dominica is a whole planet. Matt, their intelligence all over the world, and Dominica will be backed up in a cave and will not be able to extricate itself from its convoluted nastiness. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, it's about 12 minutes before the hour of 11 o'clock this Tuesday. Gonna come back. And the call is to bring the international investigators there. I hope it's just not too late. That could have been done much earlier. But let's listen to this voice note, then we'll take more calls. Stick around, Dominica.
Morning, Matt. I want to say something, Matt. You know, I'm thinking while all this conversation is taking place, and I'm thinking back to Chelsea. I'm thinking back to other major crimes taking place on the island, Matt. And how, you know, these things just go somewhere to die. I'm suspecting, is there a reason for that? Because let me say something, Matt. Certain criminal elements are well connected to all these crimes. And I'm not going to call no name, but it leads to the top and leadership of the country. In a sense that all these people has passport connected to them. Okay? So is it that some of these guys are just being protected because it covers deeper issues that we are not seeing? Today we just seen a case going back and forth and we talking about that, but is there a deeper something about all this? Because there are some people who would rather let certain people fall, but there are some people who would rather save some people from falling because otherwise it would lead to their demise. I'm just putting out there like that. Let people think deeper than what we see and what we hear, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's 9:11. Good morning to you on the telephone.
Matt, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to Dominica. Matt, with all the talk happening, has the Minister of National Security ever made it known whether this man license to sell passport, his company license to sell passport, have it been revoked? Have we heard anything about that?
No reports on that just yet now.
But Matt, wouldn't you think if we have the country's interests at heart, that would be one of the main things that should be happening at this time, Matt? First of all, you eradicate that man from the face of our website. His company's name should be out of the website, Matt. You agree, man?
I agree, totally.
But if the minister still desires that we get a free and fair trial that is not tainted with any or designed to bring back any corrupt or set results. One of the issues, since it is said that the issue of evidence was dipped into, whereby it is said that there's no evidence against the white man, when that is said by the main man in that case, a judge, if that is so, man. And other comments on the fact that there was a first talk that was said by in Antigua, it was said by every senior counsel, I was told, that the man had decided to put a $10 million bill, which was exorbitant. But if you so desire, why jump from 10 to 1? You know what I'm saying, man? Have we heard of anybody making any move? And we heard that the judge didn't give the senior counsel 2 days to come in to do the bail application. And we hearing there was no bail application. We hearing many, many things, man. What has the Minister of National Security, the DPP, the attorney with the Fiat as well, and the AG, what have they done to secure serious and honest results? If you think that something is not right, you maybe could have asked the judge to recuse himself, or even the judge himself, since all those allegations going on, could recuse himself.
But I'm asking the question, Hillary, given the seriousness of this case, don't you think we could have brought in international investigators like the FBI and Scotland Yard? Why were they left out?
Matt, I mentioned that before in your program a few days ago. If Blackmore is so interested in getting good results, you have an interest in that case. The Canadians offered help. As I said, the Matthew Coffey case that is going on, they went to Barbados and Trinidad or wherever to get assistance. We saw impacts coming here and interviewing people and trying to help the investors. Why haven't Blackmore and the Attorney General and the Chief of Police, why have they not accept the help from the Canadians? Or as you say, bring in the FBI. But that is a serious, serious murder. That has given Dominica international negative, just coming from the Choksi case. And we get international negative publicity again, man. I'm saying to you, bro, I smell a rat, but Dominica is bigger than these guys. So when they believe, when it suits them, as one of your callers say, Dominicans are intelligent, then they treat Dominicans like kunumunus, jackasses. Matt, I do not believe Blackmore hat is in what he's saying. As to why he's saying, Matt, for example, high-profile case, high-profile players. We see who the lawyer is. Matt, I'm hearing a talk that the man was found with some weapon in prison, Matt. And telephone. Did you hear about that?
I haven't heard. I never heard about
a hacksaw blade or whatever it is, Matt. But these are the things we have to look at. What has been done? Has it been charged by the prison authorities or the police? Matt, there are a number of things that we have to deal with first. Blackmore must clearly state what is his intention. Because when you're supposed to talk, you're not talking. Matt, we had almost double murder in Silver Lake. Did Blackmore speak on it?
No.
Is the white man's life more important than an innocent young lady with a child on a step washing clothes? Has anybody made a statement about it, Matt?
Nope.
Matt, say one, say two. I give Corbett blows already. Okay? But Corbett has messed up his own self. We know that. But as a police officer, Matt, when he doing his police work, I can tell you, despite when his demonstration, he going all out for his government. when it comes to doing police work, he can be a very straight and honest one. I had 2 dealings with him in the past.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I can tell you, what I'm seeing here, the police force is a total failed force. And right now, instead of putting the resources into investigating crimes that have been committed, America is never closed. We, in fact, out there looking for leaked documents. You're using the best resource in the police force, JJ, I was told,
Mm-hmm.
to investigate leaked documents. The best resource in the police force. People like JJ and Trosser. I am saying today, Matt, that if these guys are serious, first of all, we had no reason in this day and age, with all the monies that Dominica boasts of having, not having to do our own ballistic tests in this country. That is absolute crap, Matt. The rate at which guns have entered into this country, Matt, and the rate of which we have shootings in this country, we have no right to be waiting on Barbados, Matt. Immediately as a crime is committed, we should be able to do the test and immediately look for the next one. We cannot sit there and a judge has to be calling up, saying our police officers lying or whatever. I'm saying, Matt, that whole system of justice, it is designed to destroy us. It is designed, we always get the worst of everything. And if these guys are serious, we would ask the Chief Justice of the OECS to give us a special judge to lead that case. Since it has been causing so much wrangling, whether it's truthfully or not truthfully unjust, you know, we should get a special, not one recommended by Tony Estefans, you know. Tony Estefans is right in the corner of the guy. We're talking about one by the Chief Justice. Well, we have a new Chief Justice now. We're talking about one recommended by him that has no affiliation, no interest in what happened in Dominica. Because and he would not be tainted, there'll be no comments made about the person unless that case come to judgment. Because when you look at the bail map, nothing in the bail can be enforced, you know. If the guy revokes his citizenship, he must travel to Barbados for him to apply for a visa again.
Mm-hmm.
The ankle breast, it cannot work. You cannot contract his rights. It is unlawful to contract your rights, your own rights, to sign a document to give it up. So I don't know what, if that was properly crafted for whatever results, whatever. You know, I cannot see the man coming out on bail. It just doesn't make sense to me. And again, the prosecution shouldn't put their hand behind their back. Because this bail can again be attacked to revoke the bail based on those conditions. And one of the major conditions is that the issue of flight risk. I see that nowhere in the document. There's a document going around, man.
Mm-hmm.
I see nowhere in that document they talk about flight risk. And that should be the main issue to be discussed or to be dealt with, matter at a bail. So I believe we need to have that whole thing, put senior counsel down, senior counsel versus senior counsel, and let's get it right. Dominica cannot afford to go down for another lawsuit or to go down as being one of the most corrupt countries in the Caribbean. We cannot allow that. Looking at what happened with Choxy and the lawsuit Dominica have to face, you know, one man has to be there in a position and cannot go nowhere further. I mean, we cannot allow Dominica to go down all this time like that, Matt. So Black Mama's come clean, and he must tell us what he's doing. If he's taking actions to ensure that we get a speedy and proper trial. You know, if we feel something not right, if we feel that it seems to be going an angle that is not right in law, then ask for certain changes to be made. That is how Blackmore can prove to Dominicans that he don't have a cock in the ring. You understand what I'm saying, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Not by just running his mouth. There are many things we can comment on, you know, Matt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, the Canadians offer help and you refuse it. And we all know that the police force is run by Blackmore. The police force is not run by Valerie at all. Valerie is a satellite of Blackmore, and that is what it is, whether we want to say it or not. Any one of them you put there, Blackmore will work on them. Because none of them have the balls to stand up. All of them feel that it's the system that pushed them. That's why they reach up there so fast.
So what do you think quickly? What do you think of Mr. Blackmore's call for the Dominican Bar Association to retract its statement? Quickly.
Not that I haven't heard. As I tell you, I have not been able to listen to the program.
Okay.
Sometimes I just come on when somebody call me. If somebody come, hey, they're discussing that and whatever, and I just put the radio on, I listen to a little piece. But as far, not in a nutshell, what is the Bar Association saying? That Blackmore should not comment.
Yes,
on
basically, that's what he's saying. Yep.
Well, I do agree with them. I believe because what they may be saying is because Blackmore is the Minister of National Security.
Yes, so he will have some influence. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, but the Bar Association could have made a statement. They did not. They look at all the conditions of bail. They did not. They said nothing. So if Blackmore feel he want to cover his class and he comes out there and make a statement, I don't see how much moral authority they have to come there and make statements trying to condemn him.
All right, I'll tell you what, we've got to run out of time, bro. We'll be back at 1 o'clock. The talk on the block. For now, we go. Natasha Wilson, One Day. I tell you one day.
This of a girl we had going on. Things in the same way like when we start. Because of your neglectful behavior, the time has come now for we to pass. You should have never let the weight of evil damage your soul and ruin your mind. You must always remember when people treat you gentle, you don't treat them unkind. Boy, one day, I tell you one day you're going to go. One day, I tell you one day you're going to go. One day you're going to cry. My body will not dry. You took me for granted, now we are parting. Like the old people say, you will pay for it one day.